Hello and welcome. My name is Alan and we are here with more Know Your Members of Congress for the 119th Congress. This was meant to be Thursday's video, but before we jump into this video, let me go ahead and remind you we got two ways to donate to the channel if you are so inclined. I have a Patreon account, which is a month-to-month monthly donation system, which you can donate to, and I have a Coffee account, which can do much the same, but also allows you to make single one-time donations. I'll have links to both in the description box below the video. Please, if you are in financial difficulty or donating would put you there, please do not donate. Tough enough out there with the idiots in charge. But if you can afford to, and you wish to donate, thank you. I appreciate it. It's me, myself, and I do the research, the filming, the editing, the posting, all that good stuff. And I've sworn off not to do commercials, and I make no money from the videos themselves as of yet. With all that said, let's jump into this video. Today we are looking at Representative Nicholas A. Langworthy, who is the representative for the 23rd District of New York, which is the furthest west district. So yeah, sits just around and below Buffalo and Rochester, but it's the furthest, it reaches the furthest west of the state. He is a Republican, and before he took office, he was preceded in office by Joe Semplinsky. Now, let's go ahead and look at who Nick Langworthy is as an individual. He was born in Jamestown, New York on February 27, 1981. Graduated from Pine Valley Central School in South Dayton, New York in 1999. Earned a Bachelor of Arts at Niagara University in Lewiston, New York in 2003. Has been a political consultant, a staff member for U.S. Representative Thomas M. Reynolds of New York 2003 to 2007. Staff member for U.S. Representative Christopher John Lee of New York 2009 to 2010. Chair of the Erie County Republican Party 2010 to 2019. Staff member for the transition team of President-elect Donald J. Trump 2016 to 2017. Chair of the New York Republican State Committee 2019 to 2023. Before being elected as a Republican to the 118th and following Congress, so he is in term 2. Now, let's go ahead and look at the committees he is on. He is on the Committee on Energy and Commerce, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Energy, the Subcommittee on Environment, and the Subcommittee on Health. He's on the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. And he's on the Committee on Rules, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Legislative and Budget Process, of which he is chairman. Now, let's go ahead and look at his top 5 individual donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have gotta hate them, gotta despise them. They're the demons, they're the evil bastards. AIPAC, an American pro-Israel lobbying group that advocates its policies to the legislative and executive branches of the U.S., being one of several pro-Israel lobbying organizations in the United States, and been called one of the most influential lobbying groups in the U.S. It proclaims itself a bipartisan organization, but all it does is bribe members of both parties. As of 2025, it reports more than 5 million members in the U.S., 17 regional offices, and a vast pool of donors. It was founded in 1954 by lobbyists for the Israeli government, partly to counter international criticism of Israel's Kibbutz massacre of Palestinian villagers that year, and became a powerful organization in the 1980s. In 2002, it expressed intent to lobby Congress to authorize use of force in Iraq, and in 2003 defended the Iraq War at its own events and the quagmire they fucking dragged the U.S. into. In 2005, Pentagon analysts pled guilty to espionage charges of passing U.S. government secrets to senior AIPAC officials in what became known as the AIPAC espionage scandal. For that fucking alone, they should be seen as treasonous, treacherous, traitorous bastards and be put in prison and the organization dissolved. Yet, they're still here to bribe fucking politicians. They are vile, despicable, evil, monstrous organization that is treasonous and treacherous. Altogether, they have donated $31,550, and once again, that's AIPAC. Next, at number 2, we have Corning Incorporated, and they are an American multinational technology company that specializes in glass, ceramics, and related materials and technologies, including advanced optics, primarily for industrial and scientific applications. It was founded in 1851 and was called Corning Glassworks for most of its history, and was known during the 20th century for its consumer product lines such as Corning Ware and Vision's pyroceram-based cookware, the Corel Vitrel tableware, and Pyrex glass bakeware. It divested its consumer products line in 1998 by selling the Corning Consumer Products Company, later Corel Brands, to Borden. As of 2014, it has 5 major business sectors: display technologies, environmental technologies, life science, optical communications, and specialty materials. It is involved in 2 joint ventures, Dow Corning and Pittsburgh Corning. It completed the corporate spin-off of Quest Diagnostics and Covance, now Fortrea, in January of 1997, and develops and manufactures Gorilla Glass, which is used by smartphone makers, and it is one of the world's biggest glass makers. It is one of the main suppliers to Apple Incorporated since working with Steve Jobs in 2007 to develop the iPhone. It won the National Medal of Technology and Innovation 4 times for its product and processes innovations, and continues to maintain its world headquarters in Corning, New York, and also established one of the first industrial research labs there in 1908. It continues to expand the nearby research and development facility, as well as operations associated with catalytic converters and diesel engine filter product lines. Has a long history of community development, and it has pressured community leaders that it intends, and has assured community leaders that it intends to remain headquartered in its small upstate New York hometown. Altogether, it has donated $31,150, and once again, Corning Incorporated. Next, at number 3, we have Blackstone. If I can find my damn mouse. Group, also known as Blackstone Incorporated. It is an American alternative investment management company based in New York City, founded in 1985 as a mergers and acquisitions firm by Peter Peterson and Stephen Schwartzman, who had previously worked together at Lehman Brothers, and its private equity business has been one of the largest investors in leveraged buyouts in the last 3 decades, while its real estate business has actively acquired commercial real estate across the globe. It is also active in credit, infrastructure, hedge funds, secondaries, growth equity, and insurance solutions, and as of September 2025 had $1.2 trillion in total assets under management, making it the world's largest alternative investment firm. Altogether, it has donated $25,219, and once again, that's Blackstone Group. Next, at number 4, we have Lips Matthias et al. And they are headquartered in Buffalo, New York, and are a law firm with 15 locations total in the U.S. and practices law in many practice areas, including banking, bankruptcy, corporate, education, and energy. Altogether, it has donated $17,381. And once again, that's Lips Matthias et al. Finally, in 5th, we have NORPAC, a pro-Israel PAC in the United States that supports candidates for Congress who also hold pro-Israel positions, and in the 2018 election cycle spent $1.1 million supporting its preferred candidates in both the Democratic and Republican parties. It was founded in 1994 and is headquartered in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Altogether, it has donated $15,649, and once again, that's NORPAC. Now, let's go ahead and look at the top 5 industry donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1 is Retired, who altogether have donated $81,051. Next at number 2 is Republican Leadership PACs, who altogether have donated $77,200. Next at number 3 is Lobbyists and Public Relations, who altogether have donated $75,347. Next at number 4 is pro-Israel groups, who altogether have donated $68,993. And in 5th is attorneys and law firms, who altogether have donated $52,822. Now let's go ahead and look at all the donors at a glance. APAC, boo, suck. Corning Incorporated, good, great. Blackstone Group, boo, suck. Lips Matthias et al. Ooh. NORPAC, boo, suck. Not starting out well. Industry-wise, Retired, great, absolutely wonderful. Republican Leadership PACs, boo, suck. Lobbyist and Public Relations, boo, suck. Pro-Israel groups, boo, suck. Attorneys and law firms, boo. Yeah, your donors aren't good at all, my friend. I'm going to have to go ahead and give you your donors suck ass. Not quite ass balls, but not quite an old side-eye. Your donors suck ass. Not the worst of the worst, but pretty close. Retired's great. Corning seems really good, really reasonable. The rest of it's bullshit. 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 Anyway, this has been a look at Representative Nick Langworthy, who is the representative for the 23rd District of New York. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources, and it can't be tinfoil hat wearing sources or a bunch of anecdotes thrown together to try to make sources. Like I once knew a man who knew another fellow who said he went hunting and saw all the animals in the forest doing a synchronized dance. No, 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 you don't. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.